Okay, welcome back. Today we are covering another very important judgment, that is the Swiss Ribbon Private Limited versus Union of India, and this case was decided on 25th January 2019. Before I start, let me tell you that it was two judges bench, and the issue was pertaining to the constitutional validity of the insolvency and bankruptcy code. Apart from that, the apart from the IBC code, the National Company Law Tribunal also has been questioned in the present case. So I am repeating the citation: the Swiss Ribbon Private Limited versus Union of India. Okay, so let's first talk about the what was actually held. So Honorable Supreme Court held in the present case that the difference between the operational creditor and the financial creditor were based on the intelligible differentia and thus not violative of Article 14 of the Constitution. So on this part, that is the intelligible differentia, if you have read Article 14, that equality before law and equal protection of law, so from the second limb, the second part, equal protection of law, the concept of reasonable classification and the intelligible differentia comes. Okay, and the from the second limb, the state can make any special provision on the basis of the reasonable classification. So for this part I had already made a lecture. You can check the playlist. There you will find the Article 14, okay, regarding the judgments of the Article 14. So I'm not going to discuss that part here. So you must know that Article 14 second limb, equal protection of law, equality before law and equal protection of law. So from the second limb, the reasonable differentia or intelligible differentia or reasonable classification comes. Okay, so what was held, that the Honorable Supreme Court in the present case stated that the difference between the operational creditor and financial creditor were based on the intelligible differentia and thus not violative of the Article 14 of the Constitution. See, operational creditors are like suppliers, okay, those who are providing the services, and the financial creditor are those actually who are giving the loan to the corporate, means they are providing financial support to the corporate. Okay, so these are two, and there is a intelligible differentia and it is not violative of Article 14. Now the petition also challenged the section 12A of the and the section 29A of the insolvency and bankruptcy code. So what actually the I'm just going to the crux of the judgment finally, not getting into too much of the detail. We should know the final what was laid down in the present judgment. Okay, this was also 12A and 29A of the code was also challenged, and the section 12, what the section 12A actually is talking about. So it actually prescribes a threshold of 90% of the committee of the creditors, means these creditors, financial as well as there are two creditors, operation and financial. So 90% of these committee of the creditors for allowing the withdrawal of the resolution application. Okay, so this was the trial A, and however in the present case, Honorable Supreme Court did not see any difficulty with such a high threshold, means there is no any kind of difficulty, and they actually have upheld the validity of the said section. Also, the Honorable Supreme Court upheld in the present case the insolvency and the bankruptcy code and the NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal, means they are constitutionally valid. So this is regarding the insolvency and bankruptcy code. We should know these two sections which were in actually in issue, and if you have to understand, you should first read section 12A and section 29A, because I cannot read these two sections right now here, because they are in the Bare Acts, and you should have the Bare Act to understand this part. So read it, and now after reading, you come to the judgment and try to correlate it with the committee of creditors, operational creditors, or the financial creditors, so you can better understand what they are talking about. And finally, in the present case of the Swiss Ribbon Private Limited and Union of India, the constitutional validity of the insolvency and bankruptcy code is actually upheld. So in your examination, the question will ask in which case the IBC code was challenged or National Company Law Tribunal was challenged. So you should know the citation. Our basic idea is to have some idea of the case, judgment, and sections we should know. Okay, this is much enough for our CLAT exam or any other judicial exams. Okay, so these were very important judgments. Please check the playlist. I have also made the Supreme Court judgments, landmark judgments right from 1950 till 2020. तो वहाँ पे डिटेल में मैंने काफ़ी चीज़ों को एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है ऑलरेडी, तो यू कैन रेफर दोज ऑल्सो, बिकॉज ये जो जजमेंट्स थे, इन स्लॉट्स को मैंने इसलिए बोला क्योंकि रिसेंट थे और ये एग्जाम्स में आपके आ सकते हैं. सो आई हैव एक्चुअली ट्राइड टू compiled with the small gist of the case. Okay, so thank you for listening. God bless to everyone. All the very best.